I got a lot of comments asking about how I make my thumbnails, so what? I got a lot of comments asking on how I make my thumbnails, so today I'm gonna show you how to do that, and it's gonna be peak, and it's gonna be cool, and yeah. Okay, so you're gonna wanna, in the Yeeps Discord server, you wanna go to the Share Yeeps art channel, and you wanna find this guy. Virtually Milo's Yeep Rig V2.32. I'll put a link in the description if you're too lazy to go find it yourself. But basically, it's the peakest rig of all time. It has all the cosmetics. It has everything you could dream of. You go to pinned messages. You get the latest release, which I currently have right now. You download it, and then you. So I'm just gonna download it. Then you unzip it. So like you extract all the files. You right click, extract. I'm not gonna do it because I want to save space. But you do that. Download this file right here, and then you go into your file manager, and then you click, right click it, and then you click extract all, and then you'll have an extract file. And then you want to open Blender 5.0. It has to be Blender 5.0. Blender, anything below 5.0 will not work. So if you don't have Blender 5.0, install that, and yeah, you'll be good to go. So once you open Blender 5.0, you probably will be greeted with a different screen than this. You'll probably be greeted with the setup screen if you didn't have it before. So you'll want to go to here, you want to go to File, Open, and then you want to go to your downloads, and then find the folder that's the rig, and then open it up. So yeah, it's just, and then I would just click, you go File, Open, you go to downloads, and then you would find the folder that is it, which would be like here, Virtually Milo's Yeep Rig. Find the thing called .blend and click open, and it would open the file. Yeah, this is something I was making for Tennyson, but I meant your Yeep will not look like this. It'll look something more like this, and you'll have no cosmetics. You'll normally be blue. I'm pretty sure is the default. So that's basically what the rig looks like. The rig has a whole bunch of cool capabilities, like you can open the mouth and it moves. It has every cosmetic with shade on it. The version 2.342 has eyelids, which is, oh my god, ew, what the, ugh. So yeah, and then you would put on all the cosmetics you would want. If you don't know the name of it, just search something related to it. Like mine, I just searched hair, and mine is called Bob Shaggy for some reason, and then here it is. If the cosmetic is the wrong color, you want to click on it, and then go to UV editing up here right next to 3D scene, UV editing, and you want to click on it again, and then once you click on one part of the hair, you want to click A, and that will select every bit of the hair that you need. Once you click on it, you want to click A and select it all, and then you want to find this one tiny little black dot here, and you want to drag like that. And now you have it all selected, and then you can, if you don't see these two arrows, click this little move icon right here, and now you can move it to whatever color you need. So my hair is white, so I'm gonna move it to the white square, and now I have white hair. Wow. And all my other cosmetics, I'm just gonna import them really quick. When you are importing a cosmetic, if you aren't using 2.3.2, you're using an older version, when you enable it, you have to click the little eyeball icon. That's the wrong one. The little eyeball icon, so it appears here, and the little camera with the X on it, so that it appears when you render the image. So make sure that you're clicking both of these if you aren't using 2.3.2, or else they won't appear when you render the image, and you'll just look naked. So let me just put up all my cosmetics. Also, if you want to remove a cosmetic, you have to click the camera and the eyeballs, so it disables in both ways. That way you don't have cosmetics overlapping each other when you render the image. Boom, all my cosmetics are now here. Now, if you are using version 2.3.2, then after you have all your cosmetics here, you want to click Run Me Once. You want to go to this thing called Run Me Once. You'll be taken to this thing. You want to click on your keyboard Alt plus P, so Alt P. And now it looks like nothing happened, but something did happen. And if still, when you go to render image, if it doesn't appear, just click this play button, and then it should work. So now if I go to render image, boom, there's me. Perfect. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot to disable that. This is an example. See how like the camera's on the zipper? It appears in the render. When I click the camera off, it still appears here, but in the render, it doesn't. It does. What? 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 Oh, okay. Well, now it doesn't. There you go. Alright, so once you have your character here, you're obviously going to need to figure out what pose you want them to be in. Now, this was something for earlier. I'm gonna just make myself be, I don't know, floating up into the sky. So this body is very movable. So you just get the character in the right pose that you want. These little dots on the I don't know, squares on the fingers are for curling the fingers, moving them. I wouldn't really touch these. If you want to make the arm go in a certain way, you can, but I don't really mess with these. These balls are all for moving the body, so no matter which one you click, they'll all click the 3, so you can, I don't know, do this. This little thing around the head is meant for moving the head, and these arrows are meant for moving the mouth. The top arrow is meant for moving like it in the game, but you can also just move the bottom arrow, which won't move the top head, so you can make it talk by itself, which looks kind of cursed. So yeah, you just want to get it in the right pose that you want. You want to make it look, I like to make mine look as bit simple as possible, because too much going on, like my hand being too curved and it all looking weird is not fun. If you want your character's hand to be near their mouth, but the arm is like being crazy and stupid and being in your face, like this, like that, then you can, that's too close, you can move this back, but like, if it's like here, and it's still doing that, move this ball around, and it'll fix the arm so it's not in your face anymore, but I don't really mess with that a lot. So, yeah, you just want to get the character in your desired pose. I suggest making it a bit simple, because too much going on will not look that great. And then once you have the character in the desired pose you want to click this little camera button right here, and it'll show you the rendered view. Now, obviously, a square is not the aspect ratio of a thumbnail, so then if you have something searched up here, just click the X. You want to click the camera right here. It should be right above Yeep armature. You want to click the camera, and then once you have camera clicked, you want to click this. No, you want to click output. You want to click this output button with the little like image on it. See resolution X and Y. Set X to 1920 and set the Y to 1080. And then boom, that's YouTube thumbnail size thing. And now here's how I like to move with the camera around. So once you're in camera view by clicking the little camera button, you want to click on view on this side panel here and drop down view from this little thing by clicking the arrow and turn on camera to view. And now wherever you move by using this thing in the corner, it will move the camera. You can also use this little hand icon to move it like this. So yeah, now you just get the camera in the desired space you want. I think this looks fine. Try and get it as centered as possible. And yeah. Now that you have this done and the camera angle done, you want to click this little dot up here next to the blue one, so it'll show you fully rendered view. So what it's going to look like when you render it. Now, if your character or Yeep is blue and you don't want it to be blue, you want to open up this little panel down here at the bottom, click this dot up here in the top left, and click shader editor, and click here and click world, and then this will open the world properties. Now, these three things control the color of, like, just the world that your Yeep is in. So, like, if you don't want it to be blue, you can just set all of these to being, like, a whitish color. So, like, there. Now my character is white. Now if I want it to be... I suggest making this one at the front darker. This makes it look a bit better. Now, if I wanted it to be, like, red, then I would move this over to red, and boom, now it's spooky. But I just like to normally make it white, because white is fine. And boom. Perfect. Now that you have that done and the world's done, I normally suggest, unless you're making a complicated thumbnail, that you have the background as transparent. So you would go to view layer. No, not view layer. You would go to render, this little camera icon here. You would click film. You would open up film, and you turn on transparent. If it's not on transparent, it might look something like this, but when it is, it'll look more like this, which is what we want. So then, once you have that done, you want to make sure, so go to output, You want to make sure that you have your output folder place saved somewhere good, so like downloads. And then once it's there, you want to make sure that that's file extensions is on. Media type image, not video or multi-layer. File format as PNG, so it's saved without a background. Color RGBA, color depth to 816, compression 15%. So compression 15% will make sure that YouTube allows it to be uploaded, because YouTube can't have thumbnails more than 2 gigabytes. So 50% compression is good. So then once all these settings are done, you want to click render and click render image. And your image will render. It might look like these dots are the background, but I'll show you that they aren't. It's just so you can see the character better. So then once your character is rendered, you want to click image, save, click the destination you want, name it something like test nail. There you go, and save. Now it will be saved. Now the next thing we have to go into is our editing software. So make sure to save it here so your character saves and all your cosmetics stay. Now you want to download Ibis PC app. Now, people might tell you that it's like you have to pay for it, and yes, but there is a free mode where you get it free for 1 hour, and making a thumbnail does not take an hour, and it resets every day, so it's, in my eyes, free. It doesn't take that long. So you want to just click install. It'll open a little window here, and it'll install that Ibis Paint install application. You can install it there. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to open it up here. Ibis Paint, boom. Boom. And now when this screen pops up, you want to click demo mode, so you have it for free here. And then here's my thumbnail that I made. It's pretty fire. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. New. Make sure you're on 16 by 9 when you're opening it up. 16 by 9. And now this is the aspect ratio of a YouTube thumbnail. And then once you're in this app, if you haven't used this app before, it's not that complicated, but if you have, then you know how to import an image. So click this little button with the 1 on it, click this little camera icon to import a photo, click your render, and it should appear here with no background on it. Yeah, if I click the background color, then there is no background on it. So then you want to find, and if your image is 2D like this, like if it's like has a 2D character like this, then you want to find a good background that you think would suit it. So since my character is quote unquote floating, I want to find a good sky texture. And I'm going to find a good image that I want. Say I want, let's say this one. I'll right click it. I'll right click it, and I have this cool extension called Save Image as PNG, which basically removes all those old other confusing image types and lets you import it automatically all the time, so you don't have to do a converter. So then you'll import it here, size it up so it fills the background, and then you'll put it below your person. And now it's starting to look kind of good. Fire. But we can do better than this. It can be better. So, something I like to mess around with all the time are these filters. And these filters allow you to change the color. So you want to click FX on the side here, on the correct layer of like your player or something you want to change. Filter. And then you want to go, oh, it's blocking my path. Adjust color, brightness, and contrast. Now, I like adjusting the brightness to be a bit brighter so it looks better. And if you want your character to have an outline, like you have an outline, you want to go to Style, Stroke with both on it, and then change the outer width to the desired outer width, and scroll down, and you can change the color to whatever color you want. So like he'll be like red for an example. Actually, no, we'll do blue. Blue is fine. Blue. Now he's blue outline. And if you want to have a drop shadow, you can click the one called drop shadow. There's like a billion other ones I'm not going to get into because there's like so many of them, but I'm just making an example one for now. It's pretty fire. I suggest you use this a lot. So hold on, just there you go. And now that you adjusted your VFX to your liking, you want to add some text, and some text is good for when you wanted people to know what your video is about. So like just having me floating like this won't make much sense. So let's pretend that Yeeps had a flying update, which they did. Sometimes I like to put it in capitals, and sometimes I don't. I like to put it in capitals if it's like something really big and really exciting and cool and stuff that people have wanted for a while. But I don't do it a lot. So then here you have your text. Now obviously you can't put effects on text. So you want to make a new layer by clicking the plus button, by clicking this little square to open up layers. Put the layer under the text layer by holding these 3 lines and putting it under it. Click on the text layer and then click this arrow pointing towards these 2 lines, which will merge them, turning your text into now just like an image. So then you can use perspective to make it longer. You can edit these corners, and now it's at like an angle, and now it's cool and stuff. And yeah, it's interesting. I like to mess around with perspective. It makes it look cool. And then if you can make it bigger, and then you can like put it under your person guy, and then you can actually move the layer under the guy, so now it's under it. Now something to make it look better, we can add a stroke to it so you can see the text a bit better. And add another one just for good measure, and make it a different color, maybe like a lighter blue. There you go, and boom. Then you can add a drop shadow to it if you want. So now we have flying update text, and boom, that's basically it. And if you want to add like a dark circle around everything, you can make a new layer. You can put it above whatever you want, and then you can go to brush. You can click this little ruler thing and click this thing actually, and then you'll have this circle tool, and then you can like make it big using these dots, and then you can click on brush to open this menu and open airbrush, and then you can make the airbrush really big by using this slider, and then you can just circle around like that, and then boom, now you have dark circle. Pretty cool, pretty epic. Now you can add whatever details you want. Sometimes I like to draw, sometimes I like to add some shine using the airbrush. And then here, save, make sure to save image, make sure it's a PNG and it doesn't have transparent on it. And click OK. Click your file destination and just name it whatever you want. If you try to upload it to YouTube and it says that the file size is too big, or something along the lines of that, you want to search imagecompressor.com, compress images online, this should appear, and then click select files, select your thumbnail, and click compress. And now this will make it so it's like the file size is less big, so you can upload it and YouTube will approve of it. So then you want to click save all, and it'll save your compressed image. And then I'll upload a test video. Well, I'll obviously upload it. But then here, thumbnail, if it says it's too big, then you have to add the compressed one. But I don't know if I'll use a thumbnail. I might. I don't think I will though. But yeah, that's how you make it in that piece of working thumbnail. Make sure to subscribe if this was helpful. It's kind of late when I upload this. I'm sure this is gonna take like 2 minutes to edit too, so it's not gonna be that long. So yeah, that's how you do it. Subscribe if you want to help out the channel. We are very super duper ultra mega close to 3,000. It'll be very epic if you subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Like if you want more tutorials, and yeah, bye bye.